Good day, ma'am. My name is Jisbin Salvar from Block 6. And today, this is my code. And let's start. Click in the build system is this is comment block that typically contains instructions or metadata about the file, such as license information or template instructions for an idea. Next is package book reservation. This line declares the package name for the class. It organizes classes into namespace, which helps avoid naming conflicts. Next is Java Swing. These lines import necessary classes from libraries. Java Swing for creating GUI components, and Java.out for layout and event handling. Java out event for handling events like button clicks, and Java SQL for database connectivity and operations. And next is public class book reservation. This line defines a public class named book reservation. This class will contain the main functionality of the login and registration system. Next is Java text field and text borrowing name and title. There are instance variables that define the GUI components. Text borrower name, text title, text date borrowed, and text ID. Text ID, text fields for user input, and text area, a text area to display search and results. And next is book reservation. This is the constructor for the book reservation class. It initializes the GUI components and sets up the layout. Next is gframe equals new frame book reservation. These lines create a new gframe, a window with the title, login, registrations, and then glabel equals new glabel. This creates a label for the ID input field. Next, text ID, new text field. This initializes the text field for entering the user ID. Next is glabel borrower name equals new glabel borrower name, and text borrower name new equals new text field, text field. These lines create labels and text field for the users borrower name, title, and date borrowed. And then there's JButton equals JButton create new JButton create, and JButton upgrade is this lines creates button for creating, updating, delete, and searching user records. Action for button. This adds an action listener to the create button When the button is clicked, the code inside the lambda equation will execute. Next is string borrower name, text borrower name dot get text, and string title equals text title dot get text. Is these lines retrieve the data entered in the borrower name, title, data, and data borrowed. Next is the string query. Insert into table borrower name, title, date borrowed, various. This defines the SQL query for inserting a new user into the table borrower table. Next is execute update query, borrower name, title, date borrowed. This calls the execute update method to execute the SQL query with the provided parameters, and this closes the action listener for the create button. And next is action for update button, btn update that add action listener. This adds an action listener for the button. Next is string id equals text id get text. These lines retrieve the id and updated user information from the text field. Next is the text query. This defines the SQL for updating an existing user the table. Next is action for delete button, btn delete an action listener. This adds an action listener for the delete button. Next is string id get that equals text id that get text, and string query equals delete from table borrower where borrowed id. This retrieves the id and defines the SQL query for deleting a user from table borrower. Next is action for search button, btn search that add action listener. This adds an action listener for the search button. Next is string id equals text id that get text, and string query select borrower name, title, date borrowed from table borrower where borrowed. This retrieve the id and define the SQL query for searching a user in the table borrower table. Next is search borrower query id. This calls the search borrower method to execute the search query, and this closes the action listener for the search button. Next is text area to display search result. Text area equals new text area, and text area set editable false. These lines create a text area to display search result and wrap it in a scroll pane to allow scrolling. Next is set layout, new grid layout. This sets the layout of the frame to a grid layout with 12 rows and 6 columns. Next is frame that add id label, frame that add text id. This is These lines add all the components, label, text field, buttons, and text area to the frame. Next is the seat size. Seat size. The seat size of the frame to 700 pixels wide and 400 pixels tall. Next is frame that set default close operation, G frame that exit on close. This sets the default close operation for the frame, so the application exits when the window is closed. Next is frame that set visible true. I set visible set location relative to null. This centers the frame on the screen, and frame that visible true is this makes the frame visible on the screen. Next is this line is close, says the constructor. Next is private void execute update string query string parameters. This defines a private method execute update that takes an SQL query and a variable number of parameters is. Sunod is class for name com.mysql.cj.gdbc driver. This attempts to load the MySQL GDBC driver. Next is this connection con driver that get connection. This establishes a connection to the MySQL database using the specified URL, username, password. Next is prepared statement path. This prepares the SQL statement for execution. Next is this for n I equals 0 and this path set string. This loops through the parameters and sets them in the prepared statement. Next, this is path execute update. This executes the update operation, the insert, update, and delete. Next is the J option pane that show message dialog. This shows a message dialog indicating that the operation was successful. Next is catch class not found exception X, and this logger that get logger reservation book reservation that class gate name. This catch blocks handle exception that might occur during database operation, logging the errors, and this closes the execute update. Next is private void search borrower string query string ID. This defines private methods search borrower that takes an SQL query and ID to search for as user. Next is this try class for name that mysql.cj.gdbc driver. This attempts to load the MySQL GDBC driver. Next is connection con driver that get connection. This establishes a connection to the MySQL database. Next is this prepared statement path that connection prepared statement query, and this path string 1 and ID. This prepares the SQL statement for execution and sets the ID parameter. Next is result This execute the query and retrieves the result set. Next, if rs result dot next. This checks if the result in the result is set. Next is string borrower name and this string title. These lines retrieve the user's borrower name, title, data borrowed. Next is set text ID. This sets the text area to display the user information. Next is this if else and text area set no user found with ID. If no user is found, this sets the text area to display a message indicating the number was user was found. Next is class not found exception, and this logger that get logger book distribution that class that get name. This catch blocks handle exception that may occur during the search operation, logging the errors. This is the closest search borrower method. The last is public static means string args new book distribution. This is the main method that serves as the entry point for the application. It creates a new instance for the book distribution class which initializes the GUI and makes it visible. And now we can test. We can test the run file. What we're gonna do to create ID 1, borrower name Jesben Salbar, and the title is date borrowed me 1. Great. Test 1 keyboard lower. Oh, this. Nana. Next is we're gonna do to update is the update is date borrowed. We can change to August. August 10 to update version, and we're gonna do to see there's the me one, and we can do to update what and we can update can change to the ID number 3 update. Oh, there's the August 10 number 3 ID borrowed name Jesben Salbar, title date borrowed August 10. And next is to search. Oh, the August title date borrowed August 10. Next is the last is delete. delete the number 3 again. Number 3, you can see, as you can see, number 3 is here, visible, and then, and now, ito, turn into not visible. That's all. Thank you.
Drive ka ng kanishita.